Mute it now, this will be great.
Okay, Robert, you are the co-host, and I'm delighted that we're here. This is Robert Burns here in Seattle, Washington, and we're kicking off our first presentation of Pentaborg ever. And I'm delighted that you're all here and have taken the time to take a look at what we have to offer. And one of the things that is a key punch point in this whole equation is the notion that you can earn between 20 to 45% per month, maybe sometimes lower, rarely, maybe sometimes higher, but we feel like those are attainable numbers. And it's something that we're so excited to be able to bring to the marketplace because not only can you earn that money, you can do so passively. So we're going to get into Pentaborg. We'll give you an overview of exactly what this is. Some of the things we're going to show you are not deliverable yet. But the key impact product, the thing that is the most innovative thing I've seen in the Forex world in a long while, and I feel safe in saying that Robert Russell feels the same way as I do. It's just an absolute great find that we have here. And it's something that when you see it, you'll see the power of it immediately because it's real trading. It's something that delivers great returns. It does so passively, and there are other benefits, but if it was just that, it is worth the price of entry. So with that, I'll get into the meat of the matter here. As I said, we have returns that are in the 20 to 45% range, and my slides are getting ahead of me here already. Hang on. Like I said, rust is abundant. So give me a second. I'll get back to where we need to be. 20 to 45% passively. And I don't know why their slides are doing this. I may have to change the way we do these slides because it's doing things I'm not used to it doing. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make an executive decision that we're not going to be too fancy with the slideshow. This is an important thing right off the bat, because if we have anybody here from any of these countries, if I was from one of those countries, I would want to know because it's not available in the countries on the bottom of this slide. Also, past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading involves risk, and it is possible to lose some or all of your investment. This is Forex trading, after all. A large portion of individuals lose money while trading. Be cautious and do your homework before committing. If necessary, consult a financial advisor to assist you with your decisions. The information is not directed to viewers from the United States. Pentaborg and its affiliates do not work in the territory of Bosnia, Herzegovina, Belarus, Canada, China, Cuba, Egypt, Israel, Islamic Republic of Iran, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Malaysia, Nigeria, the Russian Federation, Singapore, South Africa, Syrian Arab Republic, Ukraine, United States minor outlying islands, United States, Venezuela, U.S. Virgin Islands, and other restricted countries. So if you're in one of those countries, I apologize in advance, save you some time. You won't be able to get into Pentaborg. We're working on some of them maybe changing. We'll see how that goes. But for now, this is the list of no-go countries. So what is Pentaborg about is really getting involved with something in the world of finance intelligently. And it really is. It's something that is one of the most innovative things I've seen in a long while. It is really, really cool. I'm going to do this. This is not to my liking at all. The way they've got animations on these slides that I didn't realize until just now. I mean, I saw the slides and I didn't realize that they were going to be advancing without me doing it. That was an interesting experience. So we'll have to have it a little bit less of a fancy format, but the point will get across nonetheless. One of the things that happens a lot is lack of security, lack of reliability, lack of transparency, a market saturated with trading bots and traders that are not good at delivering the goods. And that's where you'll see something that's in sharp contrast to that. Also, a lot of the things are prohibitively expensive to participate in here. I'll break the ice right off the bat. You can play with as little as $100. And that's a pretty powerful thing. The services that we have available are social trading, copy trading. These two are coming in the future. They're not deliverable today. This is the one that really always, I think, will be the impact product. It is deliverable right now. You can get it right now. Robert, how many shares do we have available of the 100, the ones that are on offer right now? This particular round is 100 shares. How many are sold and how many are available?
So I just checked a few hours ago. There was 88 sold, 12 available.
So that's gone. Quite a few have gone since I last looked, which was yesterday evening. That's like 30-ish more, something like that.
Yeah.
So they go very quickly. People really like this, and I think you'll see that consistently. Social trading is something that's very popular. Again, you'll see more on this in the future. This is the ability to be able to, share ideas with people and have a community where you can get ideas. And there's some things that we can do in that regard that I think will add a lot of value to people's experience. Copy trading is something that we've been doing for a while with a different firm that we're engaged with. They're going to have their own flavor of that here. And then the prop firm. The prop firm is the part that really got our attention. Initially, there was a previous iteration of this company called Pentaborg, and Pentaborg was only the prop firm. They've now incorporated that into this offering, and it is I'll just call it like I see it. It's the damnedest thing I've seen in a while. It really is. I mean, it's something that is very, very powerful. It gets great results, and you'll see that in just a second here. I'm going to show you a spreadsheet that I created. So copy trading, there'll be a unique selection of strategies that you can choose from. One of the differences here with copy trading, if you've had experience with copy trading in the past, is that often the copy trading idea is a good idea, but vetting the trader is a really challenging task. And we had bad experiences with traders fairly consistently where we didn't get the kind of results that we would have liked because we didn't have the mechanisms in place to really be thorough with the vetting of the traders. And the trader that is the head trader here, the chief trader, is really good at vetting traders. He's a good trader himself, and he's very particular about who he likes and who he doesn't. And I really like that because he's good at selecting traders and vetting and weeding out the ones that are not delivering the goods. This is the range, obviously, of every investor out there. Somewhere on this bar chart is you, and everybody's different. That will range from something, where you're very cautious to very aggressive or somewhere in the middle. Very subjective. Everybody has their own level of risk tolerance, and this is a slide that exemplifies that. And you'll be able to gain access to the top strategies once that becomes available and that's out. That will be part of the paid membership. Optimal trading in the markets, the stuff that goes into that, the selection, the analysis, infrastructure, deployment, verification, all of those things. I'm purposely not taking a lot of time on this, guys, because it's not available yet. So I'm just touching on it. As it becomes available and we have more detailed information, we'll do a more thorough job. But in the interest of time, we've got a lot to show you with the prop firm stuff, and I don't want to focus on things that are not available today. Okay, trading IA. I think that means AI, but we'll let that one slide. Customized information, data sheets for a comprehensive 360 view, and I have my own that I hope you guys like. Cutting edge back testing, yes. And now, drum roll. Here's the prop firm stuff. Okay, the prop firm stuff is really what we're going to focus on today. And for those of you that don't know what a prop firm is, a prop firm, let's say that you go to the marketplace and you think, I would like to pick a number, $100 a day, $200 a day. Now, how would you normally do that? Let's say that you wanted to make $100 a day, okay, as a profit. Using a traditional Forex account, let's say that you had $10,000 to put in the market and you got a 1% return, okay? That would be $100 in one day. Now, is it easy to get a 1% return every day? What do you think? Chime in with me if you would in chat. What do you think? Easy is yes. No is not easy. What do you think? Easy to get 1% a day? I'm getting some no's here already. It's not easy. It's hard. It sound, people really skilled traders can do that, but the operative word is it consistent? Is it consistent? If you want $200 a day, you'd need to have 20 grand. If you got 10% in a day, you'd have 2 grand. 1% would be $200. Now, I don't know about you, but cash isn't growing on trees, at least not here in Seattle, Washington. And coming up with $10,000 or $20,000 is not easy. What if you could control a $100,000 account with $600? What if you could control a $200,000 account with $1,000? Now you're starting to get a sense of what a prop firm is about. Now, how do you control it? Well, you have to be savvy enough as a trader and skilled enough as a trader to be able to pass challenges which are not easy to pass. So there's that. In other words, it sounds good, but how do the prop firms make money? A whole bunch of people come in there that don't have the skills. They pay their $600 or $1,000, whatever size prop account that they're getting. A 100K account might be 600. A $200,000 account might be $1,000, $1,100, depending on the prop firm. $1 million account might be, I don't know, $9,000. They vary a great deal, and it depends on what type of an account it is. But here's the central theme. The whole model of the prop firm is, and I'm going to just say it, it's predicated on failure. They hope that the trader comes in, doesn't have the skills, they pay their challenge fee, and then they fail. And they make it so it's pretty tough. In other words, there's guardrails. If you hit the guardrail, you're out. You want to play again? Put up another chunk of money to play again. So that's the downside of prop firms, unless you're skilled. If you're skilled, and especially if you're really skilled, you can pass those challenges readily and then stay inside the lines and be able to do that business in a way that allows you to be consistently profitable. And it's wild. I mean, imagine for a moment, you've got $1 million account. Okay. What's 1% of $1 million account? Pop it in chat if you would. 1%. The math problem. You didn't think you were going to have algebra this late in the day, did you? All of you, I think, are later in the day than I am. See, it's morning here. I just had coffee. You can tell I got energy, man. I'm ready. $10,000. All right. Now, remember we were talking before with the traditional account, to get any kind of money, you had to get that 1% per day. What if you said the target is 1% a month? Not a day, a month. 1 to 2% with our system here with Pentaborg is the target range. Now, do you think it's easier to get 1 to 2% a month than 1 to 2% a day? Obvious answer, yes. A heck of a lot easier. In other words, he can get a fraction of the 1 to 2% a day and come out smelling like a rose. If he averages 1 to 2% a month, that's $10,000 to $20,000 in profit. Wow. Really? This is what is just crazy. So instead of trying to kill the return on the trading, get a bigger account to trade on. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a great idea. I mean, this was one of those things that when I saw it, I went, why didn't I think of that? That is just absolutely smart beyond words. And this is something that we're so excited about. Our trader is very consistent. You'll see that in the people that are in Pentaborg, you'll hear from them. I mean, they're seeing the kinds of numbers that are coming in. It's very, very exciting. So here is what this looks like, boiling this down. Let's say for the sake of discussion, and I'll show you how this is made up here in just a minute on a spreadsheet, but it's just in broad stroke. 100 shares, there's $10,000. That pays for a big account. You got $1 million account. You get a 2.5% profit. That's $15,000. You slice that bad boy up and you're making a nice profit per share. Simple as that. I mean, and I'll show you the mechanics of that in just a second. There's 100 shares per round because there's we're using right now $1 million accounts. And this is how it's sliced up. That is not where it should be. Let me get that over there and that down here. You've got the customers receiving 45% of the overall profit that is earned, after the split with the prop firm, and I'll show you the splits and how that works in a minute. Pentaborg, the company, gets 25%. They're putting a fund aside so that, rainy day, to address rainy day issues. And then the network, for those that want to build the organization, build a team, which Robert and I are doing in addition to being customers, this is the ability to earn money from building the business here. And this is again, putting dollar numbers on this. This is assuming a $15,000 profit. This would be how that would be sliced up among the different pieces of the pie. And again, I'll show you this in great detail in a minute here. I don't know why the French people put a $sign at the end of the number. This is one I missed. We put it at the beginning of the number. Anyway, so here's another cool thing. If you want to really test the water, you can test the water with as little as $100. Okay. It doesn't cost you anything to be what we call it. There's no fee for the free subscription. You can earn up to 20% per month. And in so doing, you get a sense of how this works. You can have up to 5 shares. So you could put in as much as $500. And so if you were earning 20% a month on $100, that would be $20. If you had 5 shares, that would be $500. 20% of that would be what? $100. So that would be the earnings. You would earn out your 200%. When you've earned 200%, then your shares expire. So if you put in $100, if you're at $200, meaning you've earned 100% in profit, you're done. Or no, excuse me. I'm wrong on that. What is my number here? It's you earn 200 in profit, you're done. Am I right on that? Somehow my brain isn't working on the numbers here. Robert, you're good with numbers. Help me out. Throw me a life preserver.
You just completely did the same to my brain. It's brain freeze, and now I can't say you're correct or not.
Anybody else that can do math better than the two Roberts, please chime in. The slide is right. I just can't do the math. What is, all right. Hang on. I'm going to break out the old HP 12C. 200% is $200. Yes. When you get to $300, you have earned 200%, then your shares expire. Then you have to decide to do this again and buy more shares, or you could become a paid customer, and you'll see the benefit of that in just a second. You also can earn. So if somebody comes in here and says, look, I don't even have the $100, but I want to really get busy and do some things here, you could earn 10% commission on subscriptions that you sell on level 1 commission on subscriptions. So pretty good deal. And you can get busy marketing this if you were inclined to do that. Now, the affiliate program is very simple. You find people that want this as a customer, and they also may want to be an affiliate, but that's optional. They don't have to be. They just may want to be a customer, and that's it. Cool. We love them. They can do one or both. And here is how the subscriptions work. It's $49 a month, or $449 for a year, or $14.99 for a lifetime. And what first thing is that you see that there's a difference. There's no cap of 20% on the performance. The performance is unlimited. You also go from 5 shares up to 50 shares. And then if you're in the affiliate part, we're kind of leaping over that bridge here a bit. If you're in the affiliate part, your commission on subscriptions is 25% of the first tier. There's 3 tiers in the compensation plan, 15% on the second tier, and 10% on the third tier. On the shares, your commission on the shares is 10% first tier, 7% second tier, 3% third tier. I'm going to show you how all this translates in a second here. And also the cap on earnings on the shares is if you're monthly, if you're on the $49 a month, it's 400%. So a 4X return, pardon the pun, 4X, get it? Ha ha. Yearly, 600%, and a lifetime is 750%. So pretty awesome when you see how all of that unfolds. Again, level 1 is free. You get 10% of subscription sales and no commissions on monthly profits. So if you want commissions on this, you've got to be at least a level 1, which is $49. Level 1 on subscription sales is 25%. Level 2 is 15 in your organization, and you get 10% of your third level in your organization. On The shares on the profits, 10%, 7%, and 3%. So it's a very, very lucrative compensation plan. And again, here's the disclaimer. I want to just emphasize these countries down here, including the USA. And you're, oh, wait a minute, you just said you were in Seattle. How is it you're here? Well, I married up. I married this lovely gal from Romania, and she's a dual citizen. And so that is how yours truly is able to be here. She's got a different color passport. She's got 2 passports, one of which is a Romanian passport, and that's how I'm here. And she lets me market stuff that's offshore for us. I wish the USA was available, but it is not. And we have some pretty tough regulatory rules here, and it is what it is. I can't market it to my countrymen. Now, I'm going to show you now the thing I've been alluding to, a spreadsheet that I created to kind of bring all of this home, and we can make some assumptions as we go. Let me find that here. So let me just draw your attention to some things here. I'm going to get that out of the way so we buy a little bit more screen real estate. We've got a $1 million account. Robert, can you see this okay? Is this ultra puny, or can you see this okay?
It's okay.
Okay, good. Now, here you have up here the relative amount of profit that we have the trader earning, not in a day, not in a week, in a month. A 1.5% profit in a month. Does that sound more doable than that amount per day? Sure does to me, because I've done that. I've done 1%, and I know Robert has. I know Tony has. 1 to 2% a day is hard on a consistent basis. But this amount per month, especially when you have a really skilled trader, which we do, he is much more skilled, I feel safe in saying, than any of the 3 of us, and maybe anybody on this call. The guy's really good. This dude has water-cooled computers. I mean, I am duly impressed. They've got radiators, like no kidding. So if we earned a 1.5% profit in a month, that would be a $15,000 profit. In months 1 through 3, the prop firm takes 60%, and that, the prop firm takes 40%. The trader, in this case, us, takes $9,000, which is 60%. That is sliced up in this manner. Members get $4,050 of that. Pentaborg, $2,250. The network gets $1,800, and the rainy day fund gets $900. Once you get to month 4 and beyond, notice that the number goes up from 60 to 90. You see a pretty big spike up in the numbers. Okay. Can't wait until we hit those numbers. Everybody's going to have a big smile on their face. Now, let's say that you purchased, I don't know, 3 shares. You purchase 3 shares, you're going to earn 10. If the trader gets 1.5 points a month, you're going to earn $10.13 per share for a total of $40.50 in a month. You'd have a 40.5% monthly return. Okay. If the trader earns 1%, you would have a 27% return. Now, if you're a free customer here, we're going to cap that at 20%. Them's the rules. If you're free, it's going to cap at 20%. But I lied to you when I told you between 20 and 45. It actually is going to be almost always higher than that, because it's a rare day that the trader gets something that low. It's usually considerably higher. Not always. It is Forex. It is real trading. The other thing I want to draw your attention to out here is, here's your 3 shares. Each of them is worth $100 a piece for a total of $300. You get $6.75 per share at a 1% per month profit. You have a total profit of $27 a month, or 27 per share, 81 per month, which is a 27% profit. It would take you 3.7 months to get to break even. Okay. To de-risk, to use Robert's phrase. This is actually the number that has been used throughout, and is a number that he's been achieving pretty regularly, is 2.5%. In fact, a bit higher than that. I don't want you to lock in on a number, though, because it's real trading. Things can happen. All of a sudden, Israel and Palestine are at war and gold goes ballistic. Who would have thunk it? Things do happen. And I want to emphasize that. This isn't put the money in and it's a predictable return every day. It isn't. It's real trading. We watch him trade in his office. He is really trading, no kidding. But he has been achieving a pretty good average. And notice here, if he did that, and we are not guaranteeing that he will do that. It's real trading and all that means. But, if he was able to achieve that number, your 3 shares in the first 3 months would generate a profit for you of $202. You are, you're actually, let's see here. 3 shares, 200% profit. I think actually, let's see. No, you haven't earned out because you'd have to be over, you'd have to have more than that, but you'd be 1.5 months to break even. By month 4, you're now earning 303 on the same 3 shares, and you've earned 101% profit. At this point, you know, if you're a free customer, you're out. You've gone slightly beyond the cap. Okay. If you're a paid customer, you've got a big smile on your face continuing because it just goes on, and you know, and you've got a considerably higher earning number depending on which membership plan you choose. So that is the customer part. Now I'm going to show you the business part. Again, and this is optional. You don't have to do this at all if you don't want to, but I want to show it to you because it's cool. I'm going to zero this out for a minute. Whoops. Yeah, that's okay. Let me bring that back and just put a 0 in there. Not 20, 0. Okay, there we go. So what I want you to focus on is, I know when I look at this type of plan, and you may be the same as I am, I want to know, okay, that's great if I find some other people, if I'm fortunate enough to find somebody like Robert Russell or Tony or others on this call that are skilled networkers, I'm a happy guy. I really am. But I'm going to just do the numbers based on what I can do personally to start out with. So as an example, if I said, okay, can I get 10 customers? I know I can. I've done it repeatedly for 30 plus years. That's not hard to do. If you're diligent and you're determined to do it, I'll do that pretty quickly. Do I believe that each of those customers could get, or that each of these customers here would purchase 10 shares average? Some of the people on this call will purchase considerably more than that. So do I think I'll have an average among my 10 customers of 10 sales, 10 shares per customer? Yeah, I think so. That means my 10 customers would generate 100 shares. That would be 10 grand in revenue. I'd make $300 from that on a monthly basis. That would be my monthly number. If all of those customers bought a membership, I'd add $123 to that, and I'd have a total of $422 a month passively from the business, in addition to whatever shares I own. So far, so good? Okay. Now, look over here. You see that the number goes up over here because of the way in month 4 and on, it's $450. Same 122 for the membership. So instead of it being 422, it's now 572. So I just showed you how you could make 5 grand or 6,800 from month 4 on annually. Either 422 a month or 572 a month. Pretty cool, right? Now, what happens if you get some people that are coming aboard? And let's be real conservative. Let's say that customers per rep, meaning customers, and they may be affiliates. Let's say I stay real conservative and I say 2. And let's say that they each get six sales on average. I'm going to be more determined than they are. And I'm going to get you a copy. In fact, I'm going to do that right now while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to get you a copy of this sheet, and I'm going to show you a way that you can use this sheet yourself and play around with it and do what ifs. When you get this sheet, what I want you to do is go to the file menu on this sheet and go to make a copy. Okay. When you make a copy, then you can edit all this stuff. Right now, it's a look but not touch. It's a read-only format that I just sent you the link in chat. So click that link before you exit, and then you'll have this spreadsheet. And once you make the copy, then you can go ahead and what you want to do, the variable fields, profit is one of them up here. You don't want to mess around with the other stuff or you'll screw up the formulas, but that one right there, which is H4, you can put in whatever number you want. I've got 2.5% now. And where it's green, you can change the numbers. So if you said, no, I don't want to see 15, I don't want to see 3 shares. I want to see what 12 shares looks like. 12 shares, you're going to make total profit of $810, and not bad. That is per month too, I think. Profit per share per month. Yeah. And this is B26 times F20. Yeah. So this is total. I'm going to help myself here. I didn't do that right. Total monthly profit. You're making a profit on that of $810, or down here when it goes beyond the 4th month, you would be making $1,200 1200 and can't stand it when I see stuff inconsistent. Sorry, it's in my nature. You'd be making $1,215 and you would be break even in a month. It's just insane. The part of this that is just, it's hard for me to comprehend is how hard this is to do without having a really skilled trader, and how hard it is to do without prop firms, which requires a really skilled trader. So what this has done is break the code in terms of the prop firm. We thrive on failure model to, we've got that rascal who knows how, he knows how to play the game and he's good at it. And he's good at it and good enough at it that he gets very consistent results. Will he have losing days? Yes. Don't panic. It's real trading. You're going to have days that he has losses, but on average, on balance, he's doing great, killing it, really. So, all of a sudden you start to look at this and you go, well, $1,200. You mean to tell me I could be making that amount? Wow. This starts to look pretty cool pretty quick, right? I mean, that's a very, very significant number when you look at the overall picture. And then if you do have the inclination to get involved in the affiliate part, you can simply add on to that. So what I did is I took the profits up here, which are affiliate profits. I added the commission down here. And now in this little example, if I went and got 10 customers, some of whom will want to be affiliates, I have an average sale per customer of 10 shares. And I have a team who maybe isn't as motivated as I am. They're going to get 2. I mean, if you want to get really crazy, you start putting in just one more number here. Watch right down here when I change this from 2 to 3. Okay, ready? Watch down here. 14,802, ready? Go. With one more person that's duplicated, it went to 23 grand in a year. It's why I don't want to show this, because it creates unrealistic expectation level. Network marketing uses the number of 2.2 on average per distributor. I don't know how they get 0.2 of a person, but they do somehow. Six shares per rep. I think that's pretty conservative. I think I will have reps. Robert, I think, did that in about 10 minutes. He's just crushing it. This Irishman is motivated. he shows up. Not everybody will be like him though. Some won't. Tony, same thing. Tony's killing this thing, and Tony's busy. I mean, he's got a full-time job and very, very occupied with that. These numbers guys are not killing it, but I've just shown you a way where the first 3 months, if you did this, you'd have 70 people in your organization. If you enrolled 10, they each got 10 shares each. You had of those 10, each of them got 2 people. In other words, you've got 20 members on your second tier, 40 members on your third tier. Each of them got an average of 6, not as much as you did. Even if you shave this down and you put 5, you still have created an $1,100 monthly income just from the affiliate part. By month 4, that bumps up to $1,500 because the earnings go up on the shares. How cool is that? I mean, I pinch myself every time I look at this thing. It is just wicked powerful. And I see we've got some people already have clicked the link. That's dandy. I like Anonymous Elephant and Anonymous Camel and Anonymous Chameleon. They're already on the sheet grabbing the goodies. Good on you. Make sure to go up to the file menu and make a copy, and then you can name it whatever you want. And you can edit away. You can play what ifs to your heart's content. So that is what I wanted to show you on the spreadsheet. And that is not what I want to show you. Let me get back. Let me get back here. There. So having experts is powerful. We have that. In conclusion, we've got something that is, now and then you come across a product that sells itself. This one does. You don't have to be all that good. I'm living proof of that. In other words, if you can show these returns to somebody, they see the merit of the idea quickly. And once they've de-risked, which happens fairly quickly in this mix, inevitably they start talking about it and inviting their friends. And we're seeing an increase in velocity of the shares that are sold. Absolutely just like that. They're flying out the door. Let's see here. It's actually the Polygon network, by the way. Polygon is the chain. Matic is the coin. I don't know why they did that. It's confusing, but Polygon is the network. Matic is the coin. The stock market is an instrument that transfers money from the impatient to the patient. he would know. One of the richest guys in the world and clearly the best investor that has lived thus far. So thank you for attending. I'm going to go ahead and bring the presentation in for a landing, and then we'll get into the Q&A aspect here.